I've masked off everything except for the fake chrome. I masked off the Chevy logo in the center there, and I just used the blue painter's tape and some cheap copy paper to mask off from any overspray. I know overspray is not a big concern with Plasti Dip because you can just wipe it off, but I didn't want to have to go through that step. So I basically just masked everything off like that. I'm getting ready to put my first coat on. Okay, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but I'm going to start out with my first coat. I'm going to go down a little bit so it doesn't get up in this crack. And I'm going to spray really lightly. Over here on this side. I'm just going by what I saw online, so I'm doing a really thin coat for the first coat. Okay, I'm going to stop right there for the first coat. Let that dry for about 20 minutes. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. I don't know if you could see how thin I put this on the first coat. But there's the first coat. It's really thin, and I've already shaken the can for another minute. It's been 20 minutes since that first coat. Probably didn't have to wait quite that long on the first coat, but I'm going to get ready to put on the second coat here. Putting on the second coat a little bit thicker than the first. Trying to spray evenly as I go. Okay, looks pretty good. Now I'll do the same to the bottom, but I won't show that. Okay, here's coat number 2. There's my light source, by the way, trying to give myself enough light to work with here. And the second coat went on a little bit thicker. It's already starting to look pretty good. It's not perfectly even, but not necessary that it be perfectly even on the second coat, because I'm going to probably put 4 or 5 coats on it. There's the bottom. All the way across, and I'm going to set a timer for 20 minutes and then I'll come back. This is after the application of coat number 3. I didn't show putting it on this time because I wanted to hold the light while I sprayed it. Kind of boring to watch it go on. It's kind of the same type of thing every time, except I'm spraying it a little bit thicker each time. So maybe 2 or 3 more coats and I should be done. So I'm not going to show all the coats. I'll probably just show it when it's done at this point. But another 20-minute wait, then another coat, and then another 20-minute wait after that, and probably the final coat. And I'll see if I need any more after that. Okay, I got 5 coats on this, and I think that's going to be enough. So it's been about 30 minutes since the last coat, so I think I'm going to probably remove the copy paper and the tape on the outside tonight, but I'm going to leave that center portion for tomorrow, and I'll show you how I'm going to get that off later. Okay, the bottom came out great because there was really no place that the tape was sitting against where I Plasti Dipped. So the bottom worked out great. I could just pull that off. The top worked out really nice on the bottom because, again, the tape wasn't against the bottom of the chrome piece. At the top, what I did here was I took a sharp knife and I scored the edge right where the tape was. So I took my knife here and I scored it as I was pulling the tape up with a knife holding pressure as I was pulling the tape up, but still in a couple spots there was a little piece of the right here, I don't know if you can see that, a little piece of the Plasti Dip that got pulled up there. So I think what I'll do is probably take a Q-tip and rub a little Plasti Dip on there to just finish it off there. It doesn't really matter too much right on that top edge because the hood comes down to about right here, so you're never going to see that. But just to keep it from peeling off over time, I think I'll probably take a Q-tip and just rub some Plasti Dip over the edge there to fill in these few little areas here where the tape actually pulled up a little bit of it right at the edge, just to keep that down. But again, you would never see that when you put the hood down because the hood's going to come out a little bit beyond the edge here. I'll see if I can show you that. If I just temporarily put the hood down here, I'll show you like that. That's where that little piece is showing, but when you put the hood down, the hood is going to come out beyond that. And when it's down all the way, you're never going to see that piece on the top. It's not down all the way yet because I want to raise it again. But when it's down all the way, you're not going to see that. But I'll probably touch that up. And again, the Chevy logo, I'm probably going to do the same thing I did up there, but I'm going to let this dry a little bit more. I'll let this dry overnight so I can get a nice clean delineation here. I'll probably run the knife right along the edge here, score it, and run the knife right along the edge when I'm pulling up the tape tomorrow. See how that turns out. But I'm going to let it dry overnight for that. Okay, I think it came out pretty nice. The texture on it looks really good. It's a matte black finish. And everything came out perfect, except I had to touch up a little bit around the Chevy emblem. So let me give you a little closer look here. That's the texture of the Plasti Dip. And here's the top. Give you a little close up here. I had to touch up a little bit around the emblem here because even cutting with a razor blade around that as I removed the tape, it still wasn't perfect. So I had to go back with an artist brush and just brush a little bit of Plasti Dip around the places that pulled up a little bit. But you really can't see that unless you're right up on it like that. Back even from this distance, it looks pretty good. So pretty happy with that. I really think the black looks a whole lot better on this car. Really not a fan of that chrome. I think the black looks so much better. So that's it. It came out really good. The masking came off really easy around the edges. Like I said, the only problem I had was right at that emblem. And I spent as much time as I could on it, and it still pulled up a little bit around that. So anyway, that's it. I'll probably give some updates as to how long it lasts and how durable it is. So thanks for watching.